Hello everybody, this is Overboy, and I'm going to be doing my review for Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. The movie is directed by Jonathan Musto and written by John Brancato and Michael Ferris. And in this movie, two Terminators are sent back in time to a few years after Judgment, what would have been Judgment Day, and everything. One's sent to kill a bunch of people that they think would stand in the way of Skynet taking over the world, and the other one's sent back to protect John Connor's future wife, Kate Brewster. And along the way, of course, John Connor gets mixed up in it all, and he's also trying to protect him too. But this is a pretty good movie. It's actually kind of underrated and everything. I don't think it's as good as the first two movies, obviously. I mean, none of the films in this series at this point are going to be as good as those two, but this one was still a pretty solid sequel. The cast in here is all pretty good. Nick Stahl takes over the role of John Connor, and I think he does a pretty good job. He ain't quite as good as Edward Furlong was in the second movie, but he still does a decent job as John Connor. Claire Danes plays Kate Brewster, who's his future wife, and she's pretty good too. The two have pretty good chemistry and everything. I think she was decent as a character. I'm not a huge fan of Claire Danes, but I think she was pretty decent in this movie. And of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger returns as the T-800, and he's really good too in this. And Kristana Loken plays the TX, which is this new Terminator that's like a combination of the Terminators from the first two movies. It has the liquid metal, but it's also solid metal too. So it's kind of a unique take on that and everything. I mean, she does a pretty good job playing the TX. Although I do think the TX isn't as intimidating as the other two Terminators from the first two movies. She still is pretty cool though. I mean, I think she's a pretty cool character. But this is just a really fun movie and everything. It's action packed. I forgot how good the action in this movie is. There's like some really good fight scenes and stuff in this and everything. One of my favorite scenes is a movie where the TX and the T-800 are fighting this bathroom. Everything, the action in that scene is just really good and everything. And then there's another big road chase scene and stuff. It was pretty good. Not as good as the one in the second movie, but that was still pretty cool and everything. And then there's a scene where they're at this cemetery and everything, where they go to Sarah Connor's grave, which actually doesn't have anything in the casket, but except for weapons that she left for them and everything. And the Terminator, they destroy, or he like kills a bunch of people that are trying to stop him and everything. It was a pretty cool scene and everything. There are just a lot of really good parts in this movie and everything. And it's a lot more fun than I remembered it was, because I hadn't seen this one in a while, but I forgot how much I enjoyed it. The CGI in here, it's for the most part pretty good. There is just a little bit of CGI that doesn't look very good. It doesn't hold up very well, but for the most part, the CGI is pretty good too and everything. The sets and stuff are really good. Like the robots. I don't know if the robots that they had towards the end of the movie that they're fighting, if they were real robots, or if they probably weren't. They probably were CGI, but they looked really good, so it was kind of hard to tell. Now, I'm not talking about like the exoskeletons, I'm talking about the other ones that were like in the facility where Kate's dad was. But this is like I said, it's a really fun movie and everything, just like the first two. And everything, it takes a few minutes to get going, but once it does, it goes by really fast and everything. But it does kind of have a slow start. And Marco Beltrami's score is actually really good. I don't think it's as good as the score from the first two movies, obviously, because it kind of makes the movie have a different kind of tone and everything, but I still like it. I like that this movie does kind of have a little bit of humor in it, like the part where when the T-800 first gets its clothes and stuff, he goes to put on the sunglasses, and they're like Elton John sunglasses and everything. I thought that was kind of humorous. And there were some other scenes that were pretty good in here, and everything, but I do feel like this one didn't have the same heart and stuff that the second movie had, because the second movie had a lot of heart to it and everything, and this one didn't really as much. But I also do love that this movie had a dark ending. I mean, none of them have happy endings, really, but the second one had more of a happy ending, because I mean, they thought they stopped Judgment Day and everything, but this one, they go through all the trouble to get to where they're at and realize there's no way of stopping it and everything. And just, I know a lot of people don't like that because they say it makes the movie feel pointless and everything, but I actually like that about it, because I think that I feel like that, you know, not every movie you're gonna be able to win and everything. I like that it had a dark ending like that and everything. So, but I'd give Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines an 8 out of 10, because it is a fun movie. It's not as good as the first two, but I still do enjoy it quite a bit and everything. I forgot how much I liked it and everything, but let me know in the comments what you think of this one. I know this one, I think, is pretty mixed on the fan response. Some people love it, some hate it, but I personally enjoyed it and think it's a good movie. So let me know in the comments what you think of this movie, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.
This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
That's enough, guys.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever, just because this is the song that